Hey guys, welcome to the engineering world. Please subscribe the channel and press bell icon to support me. Here is the pre-mock test of fluid mechanics. Explain the solutions. You can attempt this test at any time. Link in description box. The first question is: surface tension is due to. Actually, surface tension forces are due to intermolecular forces between liquid molecules at liquid outer boundaries. So, it is due to the cohesion, that is force of attraction between same fluid. So the answer is cohesion. Next question: the shear stress developed in lubricant oil of viscosity 9.81 poise filled between two parallel plates 1 centimeter apart and moving with relative velocity of 2 meter second is. Here I am showing plate 1 and 2. In question, given that there is a relative velocity of 2 meter per second, that is, that velocity of plate 1 is 0 and that of plate 2 is 2 meter per second. Due to this, there will be shear stress. Given that viscosity mu is equal to 9.81 poise. Let me tell you, this is the liquid flowing through this, and due to this, due to relative velocity, there will be shear. So given is mu is 9.81 poise, that is 0.981 Newton second per meter square. So by Newton's law of viscosity, tau is equal to mu dou v by dou y. Dou v difference, velocity difference 2 meter per second, dou y 1 centimeter, that is 0.01 meter. So we get the answer 196.2 Newton per meter square. Then the next question is: a vertical component of force on a curved surface submerged in a static liquid is equal to. Vertical component here is a curved surface and this is the free surface. Okay, this is the curved surface and this is that is the free surface. The vertical force is given by the weight of liquid above the curved surface up to the extending up to the free surface, that is all this liquid up to that free surface. Let me show that free surface as a triangle. So this is the free surface and all this liquid up to the free surface above the curve is weight of the liquid is vertical component. Then the depth of center of pressure for a rectangular lamina immersed vertically in a water up to height h is given by. Here this is a rectangular lamina, okay, and this is the center of gravity up to the height h, and this one is the center of pressure. Let me show. This is the center of pressure. Actually, center of pressure is the point at which resultant force acts by this liquid on the rectangular lamina. There is one formula, and how it is derived we will see it in the GATE IS 2021 lecture series. So this formula, Ig is the moment of inertia of surface about in a plane centroidal axis parallel to the surface of the free surface of the water. So h bar is the center of gravity, A is the area, putting we get 2h by 3. Then the next question: a large metacentric height in a vessel. Actually, T is inversely proportional to the metacentric height. We will see that in the next question, so don't worry. So as metacentric height is large, periodic time is less or short, and due to height it may more stability. So correct answer will be improved stability makes periodic time of oscillation shorter. So then the next question is: a least radius of gyration of ship is 9 meter and metacentric height is 750 mm. The time period of oscillation of ship is. Given that radius of gyration is 9 meter, mg metacentric height 0.75 meter. Formula based is T is equal to 2 pi root of k square upon gmg, where g is the acceleration due to gravity. So by putting values in this formula, we get answer as 20.85 second. G is the center of gravity. Then the next question is: if B is the center of buoyancy, G is the center of gravity, and M is the metacenter of floating body, the body will be stable equilibrium if. For a floating body, for stability, the metacenter must be above the center of gravity, that is M is above G. In the next question, the realization of velocity potential in a fluid flow indicates that. Actually, realization of velocity potential function in a fluid flow satisfies Laplace equation. That is, flow is irrotational. Hence, the answer is flow must be irrotational. Velocity potential, flow must be irrotational. Then the next question, the Lagrangian description of fluid motion is analogous to. In Lagrangian approach, we follow individual fluid particle, which is similar to system analysis. That is, we concentrate only that particle. Hence, correct answer is system analysis. Next is Euler's equation motion is a statement of. Euler's equation is derived with using Newton's second law of momentum, and hence correct one is conservation of momentum for an inviscid fluid. Then Bernoulli's equation is applicable between any two points located in. This is a straightforward, but many students did mistake here. When flow is steady, incompressible and irrotational, then Bernoulli's equation can be applied for any two points in a fluid. This is one streamline and this is another. We can apply any 2 points if flow is steady, incompressible and irrotational. Then a jet of oil with relative density 0.7 strikes normally a plate with a velocity of 10 meter per second. The jet has an area 0.03 meter square. The force exerted on a plate by the jet is, here this is a rectangular plate or just plate, and this is a jet. After striking on the plate, some liquid will goes this side, some this side. Okay, then as per Newton's second, due to this jet, the force is exerted on the plate. As per Newton's second law of momentum, force is the change of momentum, that is m dot into v. Here m dot rho into volume area of cross section into velocity. So F is equal to rho into A into V square. So by putting values we get answer 2.1 kilonewton. Then the next question is, a fully developed laminar viscous flow through a circular tube has a ratio of maximum velocity to the average velocity as. It is a straightforward question, and please remember this type of question. So correct answer is 2, that is maximum velocity is 2 times the average velocity. Next, in case of falling sphere in a fluid, for a Stokes law to be valid, it is actually creeping flow, and Stokes developed one model in which inertia force are negligible, that is Reynolds number is less than 0.1, but we consider Reynolds number is less than 1. So the correct answer is the Reynolds number based on sphere diameter should be less than unity. Then the next question is, the velocity for a flow through a pipe measured at a center is found to be 2 meters per second. Reynolds number is around 800. What is the average velocity in a pipe? Actually, center velocity is maximum velocity. So we seen it here. Reynolds number is less than 2000, that is 800. So it is a laminar flow, and for laminar flow, average velocity is a half of the maximum velocity. So the correct answer is 2 divided by 2, that is 1 meter per second. Then the difference in pressure across an air bubble of diameter 0.001 meter immersed in a water surface tension 0.072 Newton per meter is, here sorry, I just due to technical error it is skipped, so sorry. In a fully turbulent flow through a pipe, the friction factor F is given that it is a fully turbulent flow. So for this friction factor F is a function of relative roughness value. So the correct one is function of K by D, that is relative roughness value. Then at a point of boundary layer separation, actually at a point of boundary layer separation, the velocity gradient is 0. So we know that tau is equal to mu du u by y. So shear stress is a 0. Then the next question, The flow separation is caused by, here is the pressure variation, and at the point of flow separation there is a positive pressure gradient, and due to that positive pressure gradient flow separates. So correct answer is a positive pressure gradient. Then the next question, a Reynolds number of a fluid flowing over a flat plate at a distance of 16 cm from a leading edge is 25600. The thickness of the boundary layer at this point will be, the boundary layer thickness is given by delta is equal to 5x divided by root of Re, where Re Reynolds number, x distance from the leading edge. So putting values we get answer 5 mm. This for SSC and Vizag Steel fluid mechanics is easy, just formula based questions. Okay, then when a pressure drag over a body is large as compared to frictional drag, then shape of the body is that of, here I am going to show you what is the blub body and what is the streamlined body. This is a blub body, that is a body for which flow separation occurs as early as possible. This is flow separation, this is a blub body. Okay, here flow separates, and due to this there is a, this is a weak area W, and now I am showing you streamlined body. Here there is no flow separation. Okay, so it adheres to the that body, so there is a friction drag, friction. Okay, and for blub body, here for blub body flow separates. Okay, so there is less contact and hence there is less friction drag, but here pressure drag is large, so correct answer is the blub body. Then if n variables in a physical phenomenon contained fundamental dimensions, then variables can be arranged into straightforward equation n minus m dimensionless terms. Okay, then the kinematic similarity between model and prototype is similar of, actually it is a similarity of velocity, acceleration, discharge, that is kinematic terms. So correct answer is discharge. In this way we conclude this chapter. Please subscribe our channel and support us. Share with your friends. All the best. Thanks.